In our previous video, we have seen a lot of details about fixed deposit account, savings account, current account. Now, in today's video, we will see how to open a current account or savings account in a bank. So, what are the things that is asked for in the bank? By opening an account with the banker, a customer enters into a relationship with the banker. As already noted in the previous chapters, the special feature of this relationship impose several obligations to the banker. You should therefore be careful in opening the account of a customer. Though any person may apply for opening an account in his name, banker reserves the right to do so. So, number one, application in the prescribed form is being taken. Number two, introduction of the applicant is being seen. Number three, what is being seen is specimen signature. Number four, declaration from applicants. Number five, to fulfill the know your customer requirement. And number six comes the opening of the account. So these are the six, step-by-step process that is being followed by the banks on this. So applicant, the first one is application on the prescribed form. The request for opening a savings account or a current account is made on the prescribed form of that particular bank, and it has details of individuals, partnership firms or companies depending upon the type of account they want to open. Applicant is required to mention his name, occupation, full address, specimen signature and the name and signature of a reference. This was used in the earlier stages of account opening. Applicant is also required to submit 3 copies of the passport size photograph. Now the number of copies have come down and it changes according to the requirement of each bank that is opening the account. Second part is introduction of the applicant. Banker must get true identity of the former, meaning account holder, in order to ensure that he is a respectable person. The banker thus reserve the right not to open an account for any individual so whose true identity has not been established or who is considered to be an undesirable person. Who are the undesirable persons? Say for example, a thief who has a record of that and a robber, etc. The applicant may be introduced to the banker in any of the 3 following ways. He can be introduced by a respectable person, either a customer of the same branch of the bank or who is known to the staff of the branch. That is the first one. Second one, applicant may give the name of any respectable person or that of another bank as a referee. The third one, RBI has advised the banks that paybooks or postal identification cards or identity cards of armed forces, government department or passport may be considered sufficient for establishing the identity of the persons desiring to open the account. Now the banks have moved to the last part of it. With the 2 documents, they are opening the account without actually asking for an introduction from any existing account holder. So Reserve Bank of India, what do they say on salaried employees to open an account? For opening up an account of the salaried employee, according to RBI instructions, October 2010, banks need to rely on certificates, letters only from corporates and other entities of repute. So they should also be aware that about competent authority designated by the concerned employer to issue such certificate. In addition to the above, banks insist on at least one of the officially valid document. They call it OVD, officially valid document. For example, passport, driving license, PAN card, voter's identity card or some utility bills for KYC purpose. KYC is known your customer. So for proprietary concerns, so in April 2012, Reserve Bank of India decided to include the following documents. What are they? Completed income tax return of the sole proprietor. Then utility bills such as electricity, water and landline telephone bills in the name of the proprietor also can be considered as document, OVD. Proof of address for opening an account. So proof of address has to be given. In case the address proof is not available and it undergoes a change, fresh proof of address may be submitted to the bank within a period of 6 months of the change of address. So this is one of the criteria that has been introduced by Reserve Bank of India. Single document is required. As per June July 17, 2014, RBI specified that OVD, officially valid document, OVD, for opening bank account would be Aadhaar, voter ID, driving license, permanent account number, passport, NREGA card, and any other document notified by the central government time to time. So these are those persons who do not have any of the officially valid document can open small savings account, which is otherwise called no frill account. So what is the no frill account? Under that no frill account, the aggregate credit should not exceed 1 lakh in a year. The aggregate withdrawals should not exceed 10,000 per month. The balance in the account should never exceed 50,000 at any point of time. So in case any one of these happen, then the no frill account, that is a small savings account, has to be converted into a regular savings account with 2 officially valid documents. So what is Aadhaar enabled bank account? Reserve Bank of India has advised banks to ensure opening of Aadhaar enabled bank account for all beneficiaries under MNREGA, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. According to that, you can open an account with Aadhaar enablement, Aadhaar and biometrics. So what constitutes a proper introduction? As we saw earlier, proper introduction should be from a respectable person with of repute to the bank. We'll see a court case between Madras High Court in Indian Bank versus Catholic Syrian Bank. So in this, what happened? The applicant for opening a current account was introduced to the bank by a well-known customer of the bank. The customer was known to the bank, but what he did was to take the applicant to the bank and informed the branch manager that he was a man from Indore and that he wanted to open a bank account to enable him to purchase carpets at that place. The introducer had not given any assurance that the applicant was known to him or that they had long-standing business association and that he was a bona fide customer and account could be safely opened in his name. The High Court therefore held that the bank was negligent in securing proper introduction of the applicant. So in the circumstances of the case, bank ought to have made more inquiries than usual to test the credentials of the prospective customer before allowing him to open the account, especially when he has travelled from another place, so not belonging to that particular local area. So this caution should have been taken care of. So what are the risks in opening these kind of accounts? Risk without proper introduction. The latter opens account without proper introduction or shows carelessness in this regard. Cases of frauds or misrepresentation may occur frequently. The banker cannot avail statutory protection under Section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act that provides safety to the banker if he collects a check or a bill, etc. on behalf of the customer who has no title in his name. Risk in case of overdrafts. When the account has gone beyond the credit balance, the risk of recovery is on the bank. Undischarged insolvent. In case the persons who are declared insolvent, all assets or funds are attachable until or unless he is discharged. The deposits received by a banker from an undischarged insolvent without proper introduction carries the risk of attachment. The fourth one on this, risk in case of issue of bogus checks. So fake checks, if it is issued, bank will not be protected in case the introduction is not valid. So the last 3 points which is there, specimen signature. The applicant is required to give his proper signature. In case the signature changes, the change of signature pattern has to be submitted time to time to the bank. Declaration from the applicants. RBI has advised the banks that while opening a current account of entities which enjoy credit facilities from the banking system, they should obtain NOC from the existing lending bank. Only then you can open account. Now the up to 5 crore of lending, it is slightly reduced. The stringency has come down. So anything above 5 crore, you need to get the NOC from the lending bank. To fulfill know your customer requirement, banks are required by RBI to fulfill know your customer requirement before opening the account. The last point, opening the account. After the above formalities are over, banker opens an account in the name of the applicant. So it is essential that the applicant deposits some amount at the time of opening account. The minimum balance criteria has to be taken care of, and also the account has to be conducted the way the bank expects in a prudent manner without allowing overdraft or without issuing checks without balancing the account. So these are the formalities for opening an account in a bank. Thank you very much for patiently watching. We will see more updates in the future videos. Bye.